Thanks for watching Workspace. Today we're going to do a property comp video. We're going to be looking at this property here. The client's looking at this and it's listed at $425. They want to see if it's a fair price. So let's talk about the market real quick and we'll get into the evaluation. Here is the area that we're going to use as a comparison. And if we have to really hone in, we're looking really around Hofmeister and Kluge. And this is a unique market because it's not a major market in Houston. So the property values vary. The types of properties are mainly Class C industrial plays, and they're smaller investors. So we're just going to take a few properties to compare this property to. So they're listing this at $425. It's about 4,000 square feet. So $100 a foot. They list it as retail, but it's kind of like it's a retail or flex space. If you saw the area, it can go either way. So let's look at a few other spaces and try to compare it. This is at Spring Cypress, not too far away. It's at $500,000 for 6,000 square feet. So this is about $87 a foot. Okay, and the curb appeal here, it's just it's not as well outfitted as the other property. So I'd say that this has been adjusted or softened because of the lack of curb appeal. And a property like this, it's in a better location. It's got a stronger curb appeal. So the price is at $100 a foot versus $87.50. I think that's fair. Now this dry cleaners here is on Jones Road, same general area, $599 for 3,000 square feet. So they're listing this at $171 a foot. I don't use this as a comparable property because it's heavy retail. It's and it's a specialty center. It's a dry cleaner. It's outfitted with some things that would be very expensive to reproduce. So, but even with that being said, you know, it's on the higher side. It shows you kind of what things would be like for a really Class A, well outfitted type property at $600,000 for 3,498 square feet. Okay, here we have 9829 Whitehorn. This is about $63 a foot. It's an industrial property. Okay, and this is a softer price point. It's one that I would look into more because again, you know, it's 6,000 square feet at $415,000. It's a strong curb appeal, and let's look at the location. It's on Telge Road, which is not too far. You know, it's on the other side of 290, so it's a few miles away from this particular area here. But I'd have questions about what this property does or doesn't have compared to this property here. And before we close, I'm going to get into some things we need to ask to really see if the value is where it needs to be. But then let's move on to the rest of these quickly. Now, this property is $500,000 for 18,000 square feet. You know, and this has a high clearance height. Looks like it's crane ready. It actually has 2 cranes operating in here. So this is a really strong industrial property. Also has offices at $28 a foot. This is an attractive price point. This is something I would look at. And it goes to a bigger point of if you're going to consider certain options, it's critical to understand what you're using this property for, because for pretty much the same price we could get, this has definitely a lower price per foot at $28 a foot. You can get so much more value from a property like this if you'll utilize it versus spending the $425. We just need to see what your needs are and whether or not that's going to be a fit. But let's go into this and then we can close. So we need to look at the condition of the roof. We need to look at the condition of the AC units. We need to see if there's any parking lot improvements that need to be done here. Besides that, there are several other items that need to be checked before I would pull a trigger on this property. The question is not just is the price going to be competitive enough, because I believe that you're in the ballpark. I do believe that. Joel English, I do not see him doing a lot of commercial deals, so you know, I'm not sure of his background as much, but I can tell you that we do need to look into other items first to assess whether or not you want the current owner to take care of some things before the property was handed over. We also want to make sure that we look at all the other options to compare this to. So again, this was our territory. It was pretty broad, but I just wanted to make sure that I covered everything here. So if you want a report of this, let me know. This is just LoopNet. I have CoStar and some other systems as well, but everything we wanted to look at was right here. So I figured let's just do a quick summary. I hope this information was helpful, but if you need something else, don't hesitate to call and I'll be glad to send it over to you.